I'm not f***ing drunk.
Something now. You're gonna...
Yeah?
You're checking the UV rays.
Your head him, cunt.
What is wrong with you?
My name is Spider-Man.
I can't deal with chat that goes fast. I can't do it, it's not built for me.
Bro.
From being the finest Fortnite player in the world,
I will stand up with the power of Gary!
to destroying his life from drugs. The streaming platforms were meant to connect with millions of viewers worldwide.
The biggest streamer in the world. How am I going to do a 50 streamer video without the biggest streamer in the world?
But how a creator struggles to stream for hundreds of hours is something no one is aware about.
Every time he was trying to record, he'd have to step out for like every 5 minutes for a cigarette.
The non-exposure to sunlight for days.
Why is this guy acting like he's never left his house before? What is wrong with you?
Don't leave my house.
Do you not know how to function as a normal human?
I do. It's just like we're walking so much.
We've only walked 2 blocks.
Reducing stamina.
I just don't have the attention span ever since I got a nicotine addiction.
And choosing drugs or alcohol as a form of escapism. Turns out, without realizing, streamers are stuck in their room like a maximum security prison, and the level of damage this prison causes to their mental health is something that can be understood with Mason Bradford, commonly known as Zuckles, a streamer who was forced to give up on his athletic personality. A streamer who had to quit one of the fastest growing podcasts in the world.
Checkmate XQC.
What the fuck? How do you even do that?
The same podcast whose manager was exposed by CoffeeZilla as an evil predator. Zuckles was so depressed from his addiction that he intentionally struck 2 Uber drivers so that they could put him behind bars, and he could unalive himself in prison. Even expressing his guilt in this deleted tweet, "I just can't stand myself and what I have done." Well, this video is going to reveal the darkest side of the streaming world, and will help you find out what happened to the god of Fortnite.
Gotta have a bit of brownie first. Twitch.tv/Zuckles with an extra S, let's go!
Why the Misfits group separated, and where are they now?
Oh!
And it's our 1-year anniversary!
Premature!
And most importantly, is Zuckles still trapped in the world of smoke? When CoffeeZilla exposed Ryan Piacente, the manager of the Misfits podcast, the entire YouTube community was focused on the crimes he committed. But if you look deeper, Ryan committed something more disturbing that deserves no forgiveness. In a deleted post recovered by Cluster Channel, Zuckles clearly pointed out the man who destroyed his life. He said, "F*** weed and f*** Ryan P for feeding me it. Now weed is something that forgave no one, and it consumed anyone who dared to get closer to it. That first sip of the beer, that first smoke coupled with a cough. Majority of the time there's always someone to push you towards something illegal or something that has the capacity to destroy your life. But at the same time, it also depends on the person consuming the same. How much control a person has over his mind.
I can't deal with 1,000 viewers, mate.
Minimum.
I can't deal with chat that goes fast. I can't do it, it's not built for me.
Bro.
Surprisingly, Zuckles was never this weak. IShowSpeed and Kai Cenat may have been exploded in the recent years. But when IShowSpeed was praying to have millions of subscribers, Zuckles was already on a different level. Building Taj Mahal out of Legos, 6 years ago Zuckles was one of the most entertaining live streamers in the world. Even during COVID-19, he managed to raise more around $4,000 from a single stream.
What the fuck, God? What the fuck? Fucking Juice, you crazy.
A time when IShowSpeed was learning to play basketball online. Zuckles was doing this.
Fuck yeah!
By uploading videos with his brother Kobe, the duo always managed to come up with something new. Not to mention the desire to entertain viewers started around 2016, when Zuckles uploaded his first video playing horror games.
Shit again!
Something he never desired to do.
Oh my god, I'm so scared all the time when I play these.
Although Zuckles was banned from Twitch multiple times, yet his determination to get famous caught the attention of one of the most famous YouTubers on the planet, Fitz and Swagger Souls, who together with Zuckles and others formed a podcast called Misfits.
How'd you meet him? I slid into his comments on YouTube. I said, slide into my DMs, baby.
And you did?
And he slid in my DMs.
Who had more subs at this point, you or him?
Me.
Oh.
I was thriving.
When did Misfits...
However, Zuckles failed to realize that on the other side of this group, someone is waiting to destroy his rest of the life. So the Misfits began with 6 members: Fitz, iNotorious, McCreamy, Swagger Souls, Toby on the telly, and of course Zuckles. Now initially, the podcast did felt boring with a group of friends still trying to figure out what to talk about. Even viewers felt depressed and commented that they watched their podcast with a depressed watermelon.
iTunes by Big Cheese Theo. He says, I listen to this podcast with my depressed watermelon.
How big is your cheese?
And how depressed is that watermelon?
How can you have it?
But with each podcast, the group began to gain sufficient recognition. The energy level was different. The group collaborated with brands like Spotify, and most importantly, every member of the group attracted their own unique followers. So having millions of followers of their own, the podcast received a massive push on YouTube. At the same time, their ability to connect deeply with the younger audience played a significant role in attracting millions of views on their videos, like inviting Twitch streamer Pokimane on their podcast, or having star Mia Malkova respond to the most asked questions.
I've been watching since I was, like 13.
You can see the look on Zuckles' face. The guy was stunned from seeing a star sitting in front of their couch, just like a teenager who would feel surprised to see a star for the first time. Zuckles was behaving the same way. He was hesitant to ask a question, yet was excited at the same time to see a star. Something that was also pointed out by the viewers. People who listened on Spotify probably didn't even know Mason was in this episode. Zuckles' body is there, but his brain is busy playing Rust. Zuckles really do be trying to figure out where he's seen her before. But this is what entertains viewers the most, which Zuckles understood from the very beginning. Not to mention their collaboration with Penguin Zoe, talking about drugs on the podcast, and even having beers or whiskey on the show. Misfits were the perfect time crusher during the coronavirus period, which also made them the 5th most streamed podcast of the year on Spotify.
The 5th biggest podcast on Spotify.
5th most streamed of the year.
Yep, of the year.
In fact, viewers even today like to rewind back to their videos and watch their best moments. But then, something happened that changed Misfits for the rest of their lives. In one of their podcasts about quitting weed, each member was sharing their experience, like how much they are addicted to smoking marijuana. At first, Swagger Souls revealed about consuming weed occasionally, and when Zuckles shared his experience, every member was looking at his face.
I've been using it for gym. Like,
really?
When I smoke,
I've never done that.
When I smoke, it gets me hyped.
Really?
Yeah. So like, I just feel energetic and like want to do something. Like 9 times out of 10, when I smoke it, I'll want to go for a walk or
interesting.
Just want to get my body moving or my heart rate up. So.
Now, weed is generally banned in Australia, except in some states. A person is not allowed to have more than 50 grams of dried cannabis, yet consuming it every day as a supplement of energy to hit the gym is a sign of a deeply disturbing habit. Over multiple podcasts, Zuckles did give signals about his growing addiction.
So he would head home, but Mason just would not give up, and he just keeps going back for more. He's like, come on, you gotta do another dab.
And when the question arose about replacing weed with alcohol, then Zuckles responded with a weird answer. He considers alcohol as something that does not release complete energy, something that does not make him feel like he is actually high or drunk. To give you a live example, Zuckles went into a podcast by a channel called Cold Ones. During this hour-long video, the conversation was focused on how Zuckles started his career, how he joined the Misfits, what he is doing with this channel, and his fight with Faceless. However, during those 62 minutes of the interview, Zuckles went from one beer to having all the beers that was available by the host.
Never tried them before. Thought we'd all try them together on the pot. They're a new flavour.
New flavour?
Don't they have cruises no sugar now? Because this shit tastes like pure sugar.
Ooh, they're good.
Really?
In one moment, he even took the beer from the host. Surprisingly, none of this makes him feel like he has released complete energy, because this is just a tiny fraction of Zuckles' level of addiction. What actually made him complete or destroyed his life was weed. You can also see the look on his eyes, on his face, like how sober he was when the Misfits began their first podcast, and how his expressions changed over a period of time. His eyes looked like he could fall asleep at any moment, but in reality, he began to stay high all the time. Surprisingly, before joining Misfits, Zuckles never had a smoke of marijuana. He was busy uploading videos with his brother and never felt the need to go beyond having a beer. However, something happened at Misfits that totally transformed or changed what Zuckles used to be. Interestingly, while they were having conversation about smoking weed, Fitz revealed the actual reason that forced Zuckles to fall into this addiction.
It was like 6 in the morning, right?
Yeah.
Holy shit. And I'm thinking maybe I should go home, but Mason says, surely come back to Ryan's for a couple dabs, Fitz. And so I'm like, okay,
Can't refuse once again.
All right, I guess, yeah, this is just the night for it, so I'll go back to Ryan's. Go back to Ryan's and just begin possibly the most intense dab off in history. Now, dabs, for those of you who don't know, who are listening, is basically just it's like weed wax. It's like weed concentrate. It's basically just a really, really pure hit of tea.
So Ryan was the manager of the Misfits podcast. But if you look at their entire channel, you will rarely find any footage of him on the show, except for a few moments when he mistakenly showed up. Because if you look for him on any social media platform, you won't be able to find him anywhere. Even users on the Reddit platform are eager to trace his recent findings, hoping that the moment they find anything about this man, they will upload it as a breaking news on the internet. The reason he seemingly vanished like a ghost was the eventual revelation of his identity as a predator. When Peck published this allegation, it was hard for the viewers to accept. No one wanted Misfits to fall apart. They were one of the top-rated podcasts on iTunes and Spotify, so every disturbing allegation will be looked with suspicion. But two things stood out from the crowd that made viewers believe that Ryan is a monster hiding behind the scenes. One, Peck was one of the employees of Misfits, and two was this post where Zuckles blamed Ryan for forcing him into consuming weed. Nonetheless, calling Ryan a predator or making him responsible for smoking weed is just a tip of the iceberg, because the crime this guy actually did was something that deserves no forgiveness, something that is also responsible for damaging Zuckles' mental health for the rest of his life. And that crime was about Misfits members. As Ryan was the manager of Misfits, he was taking care of all the brand deals and everything that builds the reputation of the podcast. But at the same time, this position allowed him to exploit anyone he wanted, because to get to the Misfits table, a person has to first go through Ryan. And what Ryan did to Peck, Zuckles, and others was something beyond imagination. For example, in this post, Peck revealed that there were many moments when Ryan would offer Peck an enormous amount of money just so he could agree for doing sexual acts with him. In one moment, Ryan also offered to give a better salary or give promotion to Peck in his merchandise company called Revolt, but only if Peck agrees to fulfill all demands of Ryan the Predator. However, the most disturbing part of this post was this: I have witnessed him on employees in the shower, break into clients' phones to search for private photos, take advantage of men who he has given away too much alcohol and drugs. In one of the Misfits episodes, Toby on the telly revealed something similar to this statement, like how Ryan's place was always packed with weed.
But at Ryan's house, I've been to his house a few times, you just don't have to do anything. It is genuinely always on. I'll be sitting in his LAN setup and people will just walk over there, take an instant hit, and then walk back like it's nothing.
It's legit easier than ripping a bong.
It's insane.
Sure, for Misfits, Ryan's place was like a weed store where they could go any time of the day and smoke as much as they want, but this is what Ryan wanted. He intentionally set the stage so that the moment any one of the Misfits members gets too high, Ryan could use it as an opportunity to exploit them, because this was much easier for Ryan as he don't have to offer huge amount of money to fulfill his evil needs. All he had to do is force or convince Misfits members to use his place for fun, and Ryan could sneak into the bathroom when the Zuckles is having shower. This is what destroyed Zuckles' mental health. The trauma that he had to go through every day left a disturbing dent on his consciousness. Even Zuckles' brother Kobe got addicted to weed. He began smoking every day, which was staggeringly different from how he used to be.
I mean, I smoke like way more than what, you know, the average person should. Like, I definitely more than use it recreationally, but I mean, in the long run, I want to stop.
In fact, Kobe was going great with his channel, but suddenly stopped posting in the last few years. Surprisingly, all the Misfits members were aware about Ryan's disturbing behavior, yet they allowed this predator to roam freely in the studio, something that Peck openly admitted in this post. The Misfits are aware of at least some of these actions, and choose to look the other way and leave their audience and staff open to. I've lost all respect for them. Having a platform is a privilege, and the people that allow you have one should be protected. Maybe Zuckles wanted to raise his voice, but you do the growing audience of the Misfits, he found himself in the same shoes as Peck. However, when CoffeeZilla exposed this controversy, Misfits were not in the capacity to collaborate again. Now, it's not that they never faced any hurdles before. During COVID-19, the group that has been together for so long had no other option than to sit alone at home.
It didn't let us enter it.
Yeah, like it was actually kind of far out of town. We just weren't able to really be there often, unfortunately. Yeah. So
it was illegal, wasn't it? Like
it was illegal to have more than 2 fucking people in a house.
Yeah.
Not to mention, they even paid 1-year lease for the studio so that they can come up with great ideas and build something better than ever before.
Paid for like a whole year-long lease at this huge place. Was really exciting for content, and then the government said, It
had a shit ton of land. It had a giant room that we were going to use as an office.
We're going to do Misfits Olympics as well.
Yeah, we were going to do a whole Olympics thing for when the Olympics was coming out.
Yeah, they were
4 years now.
Yeah.
But Ryan destroyed their reputation so bad that after uploading the last podcast on October 2023, where Zuckles can still be seen drunk by holding a massive glass of beer in his hand, the Misfits were never seen together, because 2 months after their last podcast, CoffeeZilla uploaded his video. Now, you might find it hard to believe, but that is Zuckles, one of his opponents in a boxing match. This was one of the moments when Zuckles wanted to prove that everyone has the choice to either stay addicted to drugs or get out of it and live a normal life. In fact, many famous celebrities have gone through the same stage, and they have proved themselves as well as to the world that everything is possible. For example, Demi Lovato was about to lose her life to drugs, but still managed to get out of it. Robert Downey Jr. made a comeback from staying in jail because of drugs to becoming the biggest stars in the world. Similarly, Zuckles' comeback from destroying his life to drugs was remarkable to the entire YouTube community.
Why are you doing this fight? Just runs in the blood, mate. That's him over there, my dad. He's been coaching and mentoring me, and I'm fucking keen to get in there, so
He trained day and night, was coughing but was still taking punches, did skipping, increased his stamina, confidence. The man was completely transformed into an athletic personality, and this was several months before Misfits uploaded their last podcast. Although Zuckles lost this fight, his renewed personality attracted famous creators, and they were willing to collaborate with him at any cost. Not to mention, during this time, fans were still asking about Misfits' latest podcast. They were eager to find out why the members of the Misfits are not often seen together. Most importantly, why Zuckles was not with Misfits anymore. Yo, for the foreseeable future, Misfits won't be posting any more content, so could you please stop coming into my Twitch chat and asking constantly? It's exhausting being the messenger since I'm the only one consistently live on Twitch streaming. Cheers. Well, apart from Ryan the Predator forcing Misfits to separate, Zuckles also gave them the reason to distance away from the group.
Well, I'm like, yeah, I want to down XQC because he's like the quote-unquote leader of them. And so we like tried to form this story arc of like hunting them down and shit like that.
The incident happened when Zuckles was playing a survival game called Rust with XQC. However, all of a sudden he targets XQC in the game and destroys his player with a rock. Now this behavior resulted in a massive backlash from XQC followers and even got him banned from the server.
So I didn't even get the benefit of the doubt from that.
Right.
So, you know, and the clip pretty much just says, you know, XQC is going to come raid you, and then I'm like screaming, that's it, man, I'm going to get this guy banned from the server.
Yet famous streamers like Ice Poseidon decided to collaborate with Zuckles on a live stream. However, the moment they met Zuckles, they could not believe their eyes. Zuckles was back to square one. He was having the same panic attacks. He could not resist having weed, and was giving all the signals that he had before training for that boxing match. Sure, that training and support from his father transformed him to a completely different person. But within a few hours of joining this stream with Ice Poseidon, everything became clear.
Why is this guy acting like he's never left his house before? What is wrong with you?
Don't leave my house.
Do you not know how to function as a normal human?
Yeah, I do. It's just like we're walking so much.
We've only walked 2 blocks.
Whatever stamina he gained during training started to fade right in front of the camera. Zuckles was so high that he could not walk a few blocks. But the stream was simple. Zuckles had to accompany a group of new friends. They would travel around Australia, raise some money, and enjoy every moment of that stream. Most importantly, it was beneficial for Zuckles because during this challenge, Zuckles would get to attract audience of Ice Poseidon towards his channel. Yet he acted like he was so frustrated by joining this event, like he could not express what he wanted to and felt stuck by joining the stream. And when one of the members raised their voice against his behavior, Zuckles did not care at all. He acted like he was going to vomit any time.
If you vomit, turn your head left.
No, don't vomit.
I'm not gonna do.
Surprisingly, at one moment, Zuckles was about to get hit with a bottle from a stranger, but when his frustration level reached to its peak, Zuckles decided to quit the stream.
Are you gonna quit?
I'm a private shitter, bro.
Just be real with us. You're gonna quit.
Yeah.
You are?
I don't know, not today, but
Like, how long do you think you got?
I just need sleep, bro. It's been 10 hours. I'm just getting a bit paranoid, mate. I'm starting. Everything's blinking.
Paranoid about what?
Everything's just like shuts off for a second, kind of thing, dude.
Come on, if Nick can do it, then so can you.
It's just a bit. It's just like overwhelming.
You're just tired.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You know we still.
I've just got to let you guys know.
You know we got like 29 more days.
Now this was the moment when Ice Poseidon should have listened to what Zuckles was trying to convey, because after this, what Zuckles was going to do would make them regret their decision for the rest of their lives.
How do you guys know Mason?
He's on our.
Friends we're traveling with.
He's on a stream with us. Sorry.
He's on a what?
He's doing it. We're traveling across the country with him.
Oh, okay.
Zuckles was arrested for intentionally 2 Uber drivers. Maybe it was out of frustration or something else. One thing was sure, that Zuckles was looking for an escape. Fortunately, Zuckles got out on bail, but in this deleted post, Zuckles revealed what was going on in his mind. Zuckles, I'm on bail for trying to steal 2 Ubers because I wanted to go to jail. My life by calling an inmate a racist slur, but I love everyone, and I'm not a racist. I just can't stand myself and what I have done. So this time, Zuckles was clear about this intention. He simply walked into the streaming room of Ice Poseidon and stated that he came to say bye. All the excitement from seeing Zuckles in the room suddenly turned into sadness, yet Zuckles was clear about his intentions.
I came to say bye.
No! Bye.
I just came to say bye.
No, you didn't. You came. You came to stay. You wouldn't. Oh yeah, 20 minutes to say bye. Get the fuck out of my face.
Keep in mind that this video was uploaded just a month before Misfits uploaded their last podcast with Zuckles, and while he was with Ice Poseidon, Zuckles did give signal about never wanting to go back to Misfits again. Maybe Zuckles wanted to hang out with Ice Poseidon but was not feeling well during that streaming challenge, and maybe he was looking for new friends, which is why he decided to participate in in this challenge. But when Ice Poseidon confidently said those lines to Zuckles about throwing the Misfits away, one thing became very certain. Zuckles wanted to distance himself from Misfits. Now imagine this for a moment, like what would have happened if Misfits had a perfect manager? Someone who was not a predator, but a person who was supportive and funnier than all of the Misfits members? What would have happened if CoffeeZilla did not expose the dark side of the group, or Peck never got exploited? And what would have happened if Zuckles never got addicted to drugs, alcohol, cigarette, and every other addiction that destroyed his career? Well, of course, the picture would have been a lot better, but sometimes the things that are meant to be will stay the way they are meant to be. Fitz is regularly uploading on Twitch independently. Swagger Souls is uploading on YouTube regularly. And, by the way, Swagger Souls finally revealed his face, showed how he drinks beer through mask, and both smoke weed every single day. Toby on the Telly uploaded his last video 2 months ago. McCreamy said goodbye 10 months ago. And Notorious is uploading regularly on YouTube. And Zuckles? Well, why not hear him out?
I think honestly it's about time I go back to the kind of roots of how I started doing all this stuff, and perhaps maybe just go back to playing Rust and recording videos like I used to and editing them. I just kind of like feel like I've lost myself over these past few years, and I think it would be best to just go back to doing what I did originally and just finding that part of myself.
Turns out he stood by his words and uploading weekly on Twitch. However, his habit of smoke, alcohol did not go away, which is disturbing because there are creators like Nick E30, Ishowspeed, or CypherPK who focus on family-friendly content and never developed a habit of consuming weed or smoke. But from Zuckles' latest tweets, you can also understand what he is going through today. I am sorry, I have come to the conclusion. And unwell, and my mind is lying to me. Apologies, and I'll try to get better. Sorry. He is even questioning the existence of God. I have always believed in God, and I have been betrayed. God is let down. Don't speak to him. I love him, but he is not any better than your mate next door. Imagine what would creators like Mr. Beast think from this tweets, who also happens to follow him on X. Nonetheless, Zuckles is still trying to get back on his feet. Starting new meds past few days, I think they were already working. I'm no Walter White, but deep down I knew the others weren't working, but didn't know how to ask for help. And even gifted a pair of diamond earrings to his mother. People said I had the world at my fingertips and shit, and I hate that they're right, but I got me mum a pair of diamond earrings, and it ain't no mortgage, but it shows where my heart is.